welcome back. It's been a while. I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you're tuning in to Will of the Dice presents Sins of Blood. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you can hear us, or else I'm going to have to say this all over again. We have tech gremlins sometimes. Where to begin? Oh, yes, we have announcements to make and things of that nature. First, I just want to say Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
We're back. I've missed playing with you guys.
We've missed playing with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get some announcements out of the way. First and foremost, we are not associated or affiliated with any TTRPG creator, publisher, or manufacturer. We're just a group of geeks come together to have a game and share it with you. Secondly, we do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as smoking, vaping. Just because we do it doesn't mean you should. Thirdly, oh yes, the most important, we are for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Locke.
Wait. You said most importantly, and in arrangement with that, also given the state of things now, did you say because I might have zoned out and missed it. We are not affiliated with any TTRPG.
Yes, that was the first thing.
That's really the most important one right now. Given the state of the world. Anyway, hi guys, hi gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm taking a moment to tell you about the musicians who are providing music for tonight's show. They are gracious enough to provide us with music, and it heightens our experience as well as yours. So go check them out on various platforms and check out their music and thank them for providing the music for this show. They are Michael Gelfi, Kevin MacLeod, Dwergar. Epidemic Sound. I feel like I'm missing one. The new
Jeff
guy,
Farber.
Jeff Farber. That's the one. And our very own Peculiar Patrick. Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
Hey. Greetings, gamers. Raph the Man here talks about the greatest thing you could do to help us out. You need to type in www.patreon.com. Go look up Will of the Dice, log in, subscribe, help us out. Your subscription do allow us to continue the show. They help support us immensely. It gets you access to cool things ahead of time. You see these episodes before everyone else does. And there are other cool things coming this new year as we get into the next season. So please go out there and support us. We very much appreciate it.
And don't we have something special for the first 20 subscribers, Locke?
Yes, we do. We do, in fact. So we've given some dice away from this creator before, Red Panda Dice and Delights. For the first 20 new subscribers to our Patreon, you will get. Hold on, I didn't bring one in here with me, and I feel bad about it now. 2 seconds.
One Mississippi. Two Mississippi. Quick, entertain them.
Do the shadow puns. I'm glad I'm wearing pants. I really am.
We're glad you were wearing pants too.
Right. We'll do this one out. Oh, that was my thing.
You can tell we're prepared to be back.
Right? So prepared. You'll get one of these giant D20s. Not necessarily this color scheme. I just picked this one because it would show up on camera really well. We can talk about once you're subscribed to the Patreon. We can talk about what color combination you might like for your very own. But yeah, so check those out. Isn't that cool? It's
Yeah,
a nice.
That's cool. Yes.
About what size are they? For our listeners?
Well, this is a
35
millimeter table shaker die.
So that one's about a 60 millimeter shaker die.
Let's see, yeah, 55, 60 millimeter, I would say.
Yeah.
I would
It's
guess.
huge.
It's huge.
They got huge tracts of land.
They come in pints. It won't fit in my dice tower. So that's how cool that is.
Cool.
All
So
right.
yes, subscribe to Patreon. Be the first 20. Get some of those dice. Yes, I have a set of Red Panda's dice. They're delightful. So yes, please subscribe and help out.
So, just so you guys are aware, we will be continuing after the rules on Patreon. That's where we get together and talk about the episode afterwards, and they can, express how they feel about the fuckery that I portray. We're also going to be doing a Meet the Characters, or the Players, or whatever it's called. Ren, you can tell us more about that.
It's going to be a short series. I want to interview each of the players, not the characters, but each of the players who plays for us on both of our streams. Give you all a chance to get to know each of us as people, not just as the characters.
Oh, a lot of cool things coming. So,
And maybe, and I'm just throwing this out there. We can talk about this off air, but maybe we could provide an opportunity for Patreon subscribers to send in some questions for those interviews that they might like to know about us.
that would be cool.
Just a thought. Become a Patreon. Find out if you get to ask us personal questions.
Be careful what you ask. You probably don't want to know.
We reserve the right to say no comment. It's still America. I can plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and get our introductions going.
Oh, well, that starts with me, doesn't it? Greetings, gamers. I am Raph the Mad. Tonight I'll be the voice of Sarek the Blade, our 6'9" Dragonborn, who is currently out in the middle of the Astral Sea on a Spelljanner ship outside a planet he's never been away from. So, it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Glad to be back. I am also he, him, so is Sarek is also he, him, and I can be found at BOK Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on the Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, she, her. Tonight I'm going to be playing Nan, she, they, and her counterpart Asmina. Nan appears to be a 5-foot elf with plain brown hair, wears plain, sort of baggy, ill-fitting clothing, and is absolutely terrified of pretty much everything. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Lot Clark, and tonight I will be playing Lazarian, otherwise known as Laz. Laz is 5'5", appears somewhat elven in appearance, blue-black hair, extremely pale skin, has mismatched eyes, and is doesn't remember anything about how they got to keep Gregorian, just what happened after they woke up there, and has found themselves thrown in with this lot, and may or may not have screwed up royally recently.
Hey,
May or may not. I am a he, him. Laz is a they, them. And you can find me on the social medias at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
Hello there, Internet. Long time no see. It's me, Patrick, a he, they, playing Dreft Vitakin, a he, him, Umberkin, assassin trained, and, is really excited to be back. You can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi guys, this is Ames. I am so glad we're back. Happy New Year. I am the voice of Brika. We are both she, her. Brika recently just said, kind of fuck it and took off the robe of eyes. So she no longer presents as an elf. She is a 5-foot tall, lavender-skinned fairy with indigo blue hair and 2 green streaks at the temples. And her wings match her hair and her skin tone. It's lavender and blue and bioluminescent green. They kind of glow even in sunlight. She has no idea what they're going to do now. There's some weird ass statue down in the hold. They've got a hole in their ship, and they've got to find a way to meet with the fairy people because, supposedly one of them's her parrot. We'll see how this goes, and you can find me over at LollyGFIFO on Twitter.
As I said at the beginning of this, I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. As always, our safe word tonight is porcelain. Is there any last request before we get this party started?
Not the face.
Always the face.
I'm up.
Yes, hello to Patrick's mom. If you're out there. When last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had made their way to the realm of the Silver Spire. They had entered into the Gossamer Bay, and after some intense moments, fled rapidly. They are now above the crystalline oceans, staring out over the sprawling landscape of green forest, meadow, and metropolitan areas, with a hole in the side of their ship. This, my friends, is where our story continues, and this is where we discover: have you been forsaken to the will of the dice? You are certain that you were not followed. May you thank the gods, either by fortune's fate or fortune's fury. You are hovering here in this cool but not overly chilly atmosphere, the sprawling green lush forests and sweeping rolling meadows sprawling out beneath you, but going as far as the eye can see. You have learned that King Amadon is the king of the fairies, but you still have to question, why were Dragonborn employed? More answers to come, maybe, if you can figure out a way out of your current debacle. So, my intrepid heroes, what would you like to do?
Okay. Before we try to do any type of, like, I know we were talking about, like, trying to sneak in and pretend we were performers. Well, Dreft, you kind of took that as what I was getting at. Before we do that, I can try to send a message to the lieutenant and see if he's willing to allow us to approach again.
Perhaps with a smaller party of people.
Well, yeah.
I know that's a kind of a dangerous move, considering that if things go south like they did the last time, then things could get ugly. So, I think if you're there, that's a good idea. But then, who will be your bodyguard? Question mark.
It's whoever. I mean, I know Laz basically to operate the ship, he kind of needs to stay here, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Perhaps this message, I think, could be a good idea, but perhaps it would be better to reach above the lieutenant's head.
It has to be somebody that I know.
I was thinking the Queen, perhaps.
But I don't know if it'll work, because, I mean, I know of her, but I don't know her, and I've met him. So
I'm afraid he does not seem the reasonable sort, but if you wish to try. Also, Tyr, I have a quick question, mechanically speaking. Would I have any way of sensing, like, how many hit points worth of damage our ship took?
I think you're muted.
You're muted, Tier.
Thank you. We didn't use the Spelljammer platform, so you took 3 hull points out of 10.
Okay.
Going forward, we will be using the Spelljammer.
Okay.
Uh,
So, how will that translate into? Are we using the Spelljammer rules for repairing the ship?
yes, 3 days will get you repaired.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. I will relay that to all of you that my estimations based on the damage I can sense on the ship is it will take about 3 days to repair it.
Well, to repair a ship, you need ports, don't you? You need to take it into port so it can be worked on.
A berth would be beneficial, yes.
Well, if Brika can negotiate with them, maybe we'll be able to take it into port. Maybe if you explain that there was just some panic and uncertainty. Who knows? But I certainly
No.
don't think sneaking in is going to help us any. It would just make us look more suspicious and less trustworthy. And there's no way they haven't already told everyone who they're looking for. And outsiders would certainly be noticed in a place like this.
Rika,
Yes.
so could be a nicer way if we could get into support. However, we will have to we'll have to surrender the ship, I think. Possibly surrender ourselves, and then we can be brought before the Queen and the King for the judgment, and that gets us there at least into the room. It's not the way we want to be into the room, but it gets us into the room.
Hey, Tier.
Yes.
Can I make an insight check as to how curious they were about the possibility that Brika was the lost princess?
Sure, give me an insight check.
I'm looking more for, good, bad. Are they in the avarice? We could use this against her. This is, perfect. We can do her in, or other reasons. I don't know shit. I got a 7.
I mean,
They seem mildly curious.
Damn it.
she's a purdy fairy.
Yeah, I went that idea.
I mean, I don't have to tell them where we currently are. I mean, they saw the path that we left, but that they didn't follow. So, for all they know, we've gone somewhere else. But I feel like at least trying to communicate and make amends is probably going to be the easiest way, where hopefully none of us get hurt.
Yeah. I just think we need to be prepared for the act of surrendering. I think that is possibly the only way we'll be able to really make amends.
I mean, fair enough. Sarek, what do you think?
I'm not sure that's the wisest point. Put it bluntly, we have one good card in hand, Brika. Potentially the princess along with princess daughter.
You're cutting out, Raph.
All right. I'm sorry. I do believe that wouldn't be wise. We have one good card in our hand, and that would be Brika, would-be princess, daughter of the queen. To separate from her, or to at least offer her up with nothing in turn, no insurance, no assurances. On this, we don't know what the political state is inside. They could want her to return her to her throne, and all be good and well. They could want her to kill her. because she's a potential threat to the throne. We are unsure. So, going forward with a full surrender would not be wise, because it puts us at a severe disadvantage should things go south.
And
A
maybe it's just
negotiated
me.
idea might be best.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't think we should be using Brika as a bargaining chip. She's a person, not a thing.
I agree. And until we are certain why we encountered a force of dragonkin, we cannot be certain. While they did say they were acting in the king's name, that doesn't rule out that they are an occupying force.
There is that, or they're simply just well-paid bodyguards.
For all we know, the king is a prisoner in his own tower and rules in name alone. Regardless, we have no basis to know what is normal here, and nothing about that encounter to me felt normal. Perhaps I am wrong. Perhaps I was wrong, but the way they looked at Brika, the malevolent attitudes of pure superiority they had, and their readiness to seize our ship because they didn't like the words we used, none of that strikes me as reasonable from a governing.
I'm not sure it was just our words. We did show up on a ship they're familiar with, and then tell them the captain's dead. It looks a little strange. But
Well,
perhaps we should let Brika try talking to the lieutenant and see if maybe he'd be willing.
my question is, how is she going to speak to the lieutenant?
I have the spell, the sending spell.
Hmm.
So that's why I said I can try. He can answer me, but it doesn't give away location.
It's a good way to open negotiations, I guess.
I mean, I can try Laz's idea. We can try for the queen. I just don't know. I mean, I guess technically I do know her, even though I feel like I don't. You know, the spell normally only works if you know if it's somebody that you know in person. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know, Tyr, would it work to try to contact the queen directly? I mean, Brika is her daughter.
There's always a chance.
I knew he'd say that.
And not just that, you are her daughter, but you also have seen an image of her and a vision of her recently. So
That's true. But the person receiving has to recognize you as the sender. But that's my mother, so
They automatically recognize you. They don't
Okay.
have to.
okay. All right, so we'll try a third level sending to Queen Llewellyn Rose.
All right. So that's
Um,
25 words or less.
Yes. Your Highness, you already heard about commotion at your docks. We weren't trying to cause trouble, but we need to speak with you in person.
Roll a d20.
That is an 18.
Awesome. Let me make a note of that.
Hopefully a good note. Make it a good note.
Yeah. Noted. And I'm making note of that note, and hopefully it's a good note. And of course she can reply.
Ren, did you make a note that Brika made a note of Tyr making a note? Okay.
Okay.
So noted.
Who would speak to me in such a fashion?
Okay.
My heart tells me you are she, but my mind knows that is not possible.
My name is Brika, but recently the name Klina has been given to me. Does that name mean anything?
Seeming to materialize out of air, a large floating galleon, 13 cannons on either side, 4 masts, huge and mighty. A dove, beautiful white, small, will flit to land on the railing of your ship.
Brika's just like gonna be standing there staring at it.
You
The dove
know,
stares back.
I want to go home. This place
Yeah,
is getting kind of weird.
The moment that galleon appeared, Laz vapor locked and gripped the helm and was about to take off before they saw the dove. Boop! Just full butthole pucker.
Brika's gonna look at it and be like, hello?
It'll turn its head and look at you.
She's gonna kind of look over her shoulder back at the rest of you, be like, I don't get it. And
Have you tried speaking to it in Sylvan?
she'll turn back and she'll say in Sylvan, hello.
And it cocks its head the other way.
She tries fairy.
Same.
Brika's gonna be like,
I'm sorry, Asmina doesn't have the spell prepared to talk to animals today.
It will hop down and walk towards you, Brika.
Brika's gonna watch it because, at this point she's thinking it's just a bird, but she's just kind of like, she's doing that thing where you're not moving away, but you kind of are like leaning like as far as you can away from it, but she's not actually moved.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 23.
You'll notice that there is a small gemstone attached to its leg.
She made a note of it.
Yeah, I did. Noted. Brika's gonna kind of very slowly kind of like bend, squat down, and hold her hand out to the dove to see if it'll come to her so that she can look closer at this gem.
It does. It pops up in your hand.
So she's gonna look at the gem.
It is a beautiful, multifaceted green gemstone.
I don't know if it's a message. The dove has a green looking stone here on its leg, and she's gonna kind of point at it. Does it come off? Rika will
You
try.
don't know. As soon as you touch it, you're gone. You feel a sense of weightlessness, emptiness, nothing. You lose all sense of feeling. You all simply see Brika vanish.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Nan is visibly panicking.
A moment later, Brika, you will appear on the deck of this large galleon. A dragonborn dressed in captain attire will be standing very respectfully. Ah, yes, princess. Good to see you.
Hi.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
What about my friends on the boat? They're all with me.
Oh, your entourage. We did
Yes.
not realize you had an entourage.
Yes.
This puts quite a dilemma. Lieutenant Simmers, the dragonborn that greeted you before, will step with a click of heel and sharp salute. Make ready the docking bay for the ship, and send word over that we will be assisting them with any repairs needed that you foolishly caused.
Can he not be the one to go to the ship?
Oh, he's not going. He's going to send someone. I'm not stupid.
I didn't mean to apply. It was just, decisions, things happened before, and yeah, mistakes were made, and yeah, I just didn't want anybody else to get hurt. If she turns around, can they see her on the other?
They're not that close. They're like
Okay.
100 feet away.
Okay. 100 feet? But
Yeah.
if she turns around, she can see the other ship, right?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
see the ship.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, give me just a second. They're more than 30 feet though, right?
Yep.
All right. She's going to turn around and she's going to use sending to send a message to Nan.
Okay.
Everything is okay. Someone is coming over to direct you all where the boat needs to be docked. I'm fine. Please don't panic.
Too late.
Too late.
Nan's already in a tizzy, and then hears Brika in her head, initially looking around and then realizing what's happening and just stopping and listening. We're glad you're all right. Just be careful, and we'll see you there. Nan will then look to the others. Brika says everything's all right, and that someone is coming to our ship to guide us to where we need to go.
So just as a note, from the moment that Brika disappeared with this ship over, I'm assuming that we're like broadside to broadside with this heavily gunned ship.
Correct.
Laz has been very, very like nails in the wood of the helm, very methodically and very slowly turning the ship almost imperceptibly, trying to get us not broadside to broadside, but head on towards them. And the second that we get that message, I stop. Oh, thank God.
Yes, at this point, you've noticed that Sarek has been loading himself into the onager on the front deck to try and launch himself across the way to rescue Brika. Oh. That are much safer then.
You will see walking across open air a young elven lad dressed in fine silken uniform. He will stop about 5 feet from the railing of the ship. Ahoy! Permission to board.
Permission granted.
He will hop over the rail. Hi, I am Skimmy. I will be your guide to the docking bay, if you will please direct your attention to the large hole opening in the side of the ship. You can pull in there, and we have been ordered to assist with any repairs that one of our lieutenants may have foolishly caused. Quote from the captain, unquote.
Thank you. It is appreciated. And I will begin guiding our ship into the docking bay of their ship.
It's
You-
kind of like being born in reverse.
Or ship inception.
You get a scale and a scope of actually how large this ship is, Laz, as you port her in. This thing has about 62 decks. And the cannons that you see are not the only cannons. They're the only ones that are run out. This thing is a floating city, a leviathan in the sky. You are brought into dock, you are clamped, and instantly, without any word, a repair crew begins patching the hole.
I'm just for a visual, tell me if I've got this right. We're a rebel blockade runner going into the docking bay on the bottom of a Star Destroyer.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Perfect.
Anyone feel like you've seen this episode before somewhere in Firefly? Anyways.
And Obi-Wan comes out. I'll take care of the tractor beam. It's Obi Clank Kenobi.
Yes, as soon as we dock, Sarek's going to turn to Skimmy. Skimmy, my dear man, where is our friend Brika? I'd very much like to meet with her.
Oh, right. I'm supposed to show you to the deck. Follow me. You'll be taken to a elevator if you follow.
Tyr, before I disembark the ship, I take pains to make sure that the hold of the ship is well secured as we can possibly make it, in all of its entrances and exits.
Okay. You are taken to a Risonator. It is about a 30-minute journey from bottom to top. Skimmy doesn't talk. He just stands there looking straight ahead. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
This is a big boat.
Is there rising music?
I believe it's
There's not Risonator music. The bards have the day off. You will appear on the deck of this ship. You will be greeted by the captain, who is standing beside him will be Brika. Greetings. Welcome aboard.
Hello, and thank you.
I have direct orders to escort you directly to the palace so that the queen may speak with you. Before doing such, I must ask, do any of you bear any ill will or intent towards our queen?
Not that we are aware of.
Not this. No.
No.
Excellent.
Nan is
He
going to
will-
ask Brika and Sylvan. you're really all right, right?
Yes, I'm fine. Startled, but I'm okay.
Nan will just nod.
The ship will begin to move. It seeming unfathomed that such a large vessel could be so graceful, cutting through the skies of the Silver Spire. You all are shown to a stateroom with a veritable feast laying before you. Foods of all nature, the aroma is so inviting.
Laz whispers, "Remember what Clank told us."
But we have our own fairy.
Um, can I investigate?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Yep. That's a dirty 20.
It is, in fact, food.
She's gonna. Brika's just gonna kind of. I'm gonna do it. She's gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Nothing happens.
It should be safe.
Wait. Clank said something about if you eat here, you stay here, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the captain, the previous captain of our ship, held the same opinion. Superstition, unverified.
I don't pick up any magic, and that was Dispel Magic that I just cast, so...
Gimme will pop up. Oh, it's not the food that keeps you here. It's the magic of the realm. But you can. It's only if you've been offered food by Fae. As you can see, the good captain is a dragonborn and thus not Fae. And I don't care whether you eat or not. I get paid all the same just to stand here and watch at you.
Laz takes a seat.
Sarek's going to grab a chunk of cheese, some bread, and a piece of meat, a little bit of wine, and go to the nearest window and look out upon the city. Because this is a new place.
You see someone wave, "Hi, Sarek!"
Damn it!
Laz, you owe me 20.
Not to be impolite, Laz uses their at-will ability, Silent Image, and makes it appear as though they are eating. But since Laz doesn't actually eat food, Laz is just sitting there with their arms crossed, but they appear to be eating. Like they've loaded their plate with food and are eating it.
Brika's
Nan is-
pacing. She's nervous. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, she's just pacing. She's nervous.
Nan is just kind of standing and looking back and forth between the food that they're extremely uncertain about and Brika because they're concerned about her.
Right. We're going to go ahead and take our first break here. I need to make some adjustments. I'm having a bad pain night. For those of you that don't know, I suffer from chronic pain. So I need to make some adjustments to my chair and my tinge unit and stuff. So we'll go ahead and take our first break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out. We had some tech gremlins we had to fight. And so the party is now aboard the big ship that I didn't name. Well, I did name it. They just don't know the name. Eating, feasting. Some people are pacing.
Yeah, Nan's not eating. She's just watching Brika.
Yeah, Sarek's eating his food, staring out the whatever window he's got to try and look at the city. And just take it in while he can and try and contemplate what we're doing and why.
You will see a face staring back at you, Raph. Beautiful, elven, long blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes. The eyes will go black, pupilless, like that of a shark. And those of you that are not looking out the window will see shiny turn to stone. Or rather, obsidian.
Oh,
Turn to Obsidian?
our escort.
Oh, Skimmy. Oh,
Gimme, that's his name. Yeah, I got the name. I had something else in my head and then combined the two.
Oh, yeah, he's stepping back and drawing his blade.
That is, I'm not the only one seeing this, correct?
what do we do? Do we call for help?
Sarek, are you alright, Sarah?
There was a blonde elf with pitch black eyes outside the window. And he turns and, what happened to Skimmy? And he just, sword on guard, watching that window. Is she still there or did she leave?
You don't see her anymore.
Yeah, I'll drop my illusion and move to the door and open the door and excuse me, anyone? There's a problem?
Tyr,
No one. No response.
history check. Was this the same blonde-haired elf we fought before in the hold or around the hold?
Give me a history check.
It's been a few months since we played. A few weeks since we played. 13.
The face is very familiar. You saw it when magic was dispelled on a certain statue that became flesh before returning to obsidian.
I recognize that face now. She was the one we have in the hold inside the statue.
That is a complication that is, well, complicating. Going to make us look very bad. And I fear we're going to be blamed for this.
Oh, probably, but we need to get somebody in here anyways. Did anyone come? You find anyone down the hall?
No one responded. Do we venture out?
Yes, let's venture out. If we can't find anybody quickly, this could get bad.
If I may interject, the audience is asking what the face was. If you remember, they had the statue of the diviner in their hold, the Oracle of Gossamer Bay. And when Dispel Magic was cast on it, it had turned flesh. Also, most of them had dreamt of this individual. And that is the face that was the reflection that Sarek saw looking out the window, the porthole of this massive ship.
Open the door, left or right? I assume it's a hallway.
Tyr, can I recall how we got here from the deck?
Yes, because it was a very direct route. It was straight down a large, beautifully architecture carved hallway.
I believe we go straight.
Nan is going to try to keep Rika close as they go, just in case.
Brika follows everybody. She's just grumbling under her breath in Undercommon. She's basically swearing. And it's all around the tune of that goddamn bitch. I knew this was going to be a problem.
Jeff, do you have our back?
Left just at the end. At the end, he just gives you a thumbs up.
Right. Sarek will take the lead. Go forward to the deck.
I'll stay next to Brika.
You see the entirety of the crew that is visible. The helmsman, the captain, the lieutenants, those tending the sails or checking ropes, those even swabbing the deck, are all obsidian.
Oh, that's not good at all.
Is the ship still flying?
It is.
Oh, well, that's good, I suppose. Is it going forward or is it just hovering?
It's going forward.
Oh, wait, that is less good.
Did I make a perception check to try and see if where the spell jamming helm is?
Go ahead and make that perception check.
Is that thing just able to turn anyone to stone at once? If it gets close? Did we just accidentally bring a weapon into the spires?
What did you get, Drift?
21.
This is an airship. It is not a spelljammer, so there is no spelljammering helm. There is the upper helm's deck with the large wheel.
Drift is then going to very quickly be like, "Hey!" And he's going to make a motion that he's spotted the helm. Then I'm assuming there's a person standing there that's obsidian.
Yes.
So yeah, he doesn't know how to fly an airship, but he directs the people's attention to the helm.
Yes, and Laz is going to dart that way.
I maybe should. I've got one more. I can cast sending one more time. Maybe good idea.
Yeah, does that.
Yes. Which way? Here. Which way are we headed? By the way, just out of pure.
You're headed north towards the large silver spires that you can see on the horizon.
Ramming speed, I assume.
You're going at a good clip.
Yeah.
Make a movie about this.
Several.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, that one, and then there's probably several others you could also segue into this. Brika's gonna try to do sending to the Queen.
Okay.
Your Highness, something has happened. Everyone on the ship, except for me and friends, have turned to stone. That's it.
There is no response, Brika.
That's not good. There's
Laz, you... Oh, sorry, go ahead. I do not wish to interrupt roleplay.
No, that's okay. There's no answer. Um, yeah.
Hmm.
What we do? What do we do?
Do we know how to stop the ship?
Working on it. If I've reached the helm tier, I am going to be looking it over, attempting to figure out the controls. I realize that with a stone person clutching the helm wheel, I won't be able to turn the ship, but I assume that there are other controls that control, like, lift and speed, and I'm looking for those.
You see a series of levers. There's 4 of them, unlabeled,
Oh,
in a
sure.
row.
Can I make an Arcana check or something of the like to try and discern how the magic works and maybe figure out the mechanism?
Sure.
Alrighty. That's not good. 11?
The levers work by being pulled.
All right. Everyone might want to hold on to something. It's experimentation time.
Oh shit! And he grabs something. He grabs the mast and grabs Nan and Brika if they're nearby.
Yep.
I'll grab. Oh,
All right. I'm going to. You said there are 4 levers.
There are 4.
We're going to call them 1 through 4. And are they. You said they work by pulling them. Are they? What position are they in currently?
They're all at the top of the arch.
Okay. And does it seem like, is it a 1 throw lever or is it incremental?
It's incremental. There's 4.
Incremental. Okay, then I am going to take lever 1 and I'm going to pull it down about a third of the way
Okay.
and see what that does.
Nothing happens.
I move it to center.
Nothing happens.
I put it back where I found it. I'm going to try lever 2. I'm going to do the same. Third of the way, middle of the way. If nothing happens at third of the way.
You notice that you begin to slow.
Oh, I think I found speed. I'm going to leave it at middle of the way.
So you're going at not so much of a clip, but still headed towards those silver spires.
And they're how far off are they?
They're about 600 yards in closing.
Oh, well, then I'll pull that one all the way down.
And you stop.
Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm just going to leave the rest of these levers alone then, since I found the right one. I don't think we need to descend quite yet, right?
Someone could come and help fix the ship. I think it's best at this point that we head back to our own ship and double check the cargo in the hold, if you know what I mean.
Yes, we need to make sure it's very well secured. I'll need a large hammer. And he
Right.
grins with lots of teeth.
Okay.
Brika,
Yeah.
are you all right?
Not really, but now's not the time. So, we just need to figure out where we go. What we need to do to, like, undo whatever all of this is. I don't know. And she's gonna turn around and like head. She doesn't even know where you guys came from, so she's just like heading back for the door they came up in. She has no idea. But she's just like, we gotta go somewhere and figure out something.
Mhm.
Nana's going to go over and take a closer look at one of the obsidian people. I wonder.
Okay. How is Nan examining them?
Just going up and like looking at them, not
Okay.
touching or anything. But at the moment, she's just kind of examining. Do they just?
Okay.
Is it like the statue in the hold where it's like, where it looks like a carved statue, or does it look like they're just frozen and
It looks
obsidian?
like a carved statue.
That the one in the hold. You said she told you she could be freed with a removed curse.
Yeah.
Maybe that means we can save your people too.
I hope so, because this could be bad.
Nothing else.
Do you think if we try to dispel the magic or restore a restoration spell, maybe?
I know Dispel didn't work on her in the hold. I don't know if Restoration would or not.
I'm sure it's wise at this point to let that one loose.
Can you repeat that, Raph?
Are you sure it's wise to let that one loose?
I don't want to let her loose. I'm worried about saving Breaker's people.
Fair enough.
Nan's gonna like she's just had an idea, turn on her heel and head back toward the room where Skimmy is frozen.
Okay. And you find Skimmy frozen?
Did anyone follow Nan?
Drifted.
Breaker would have.
Sure.
Sarah could wait for Laz, and then I guess we're all going.
Do you have to touch him to do your dispel?
No.
Try that first, and then I'll try a restoration if that doesn't work. She'll turn and look to the others. I don't know what's going to happen if I touch it. If I end up like that, I'm sorry. And she'll just shrug.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. Brigo will cast a spell magic.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, the spell's not going to do anything.
All right. All right. I don't know if this is going to work. I only have a minor restoration spell. She's going to step back, close her eyes, take a breath, and let Esmina take over. I do not know if this will work, but she's going to reach out, like one finger, touch Skimmy, and cast Lesser Restoration.
Nothing happens.
I am sorry. I believe we will need a cleric. Or many.
If
No answer makes me think that it's more than just the people on this ship.
for those of you who are in the magical realms, would proximity make a difference? If we got our cargo away from here, will they be freed?
I do not know, as I did not know it would do this in the first place.
Yeah, I
We perhaps it did not do this, or I mean, not on its own. I think you are right. We need to return to our ship and check the hold. Perhaps someone disturbed it.
Maybe. Laz,
Yes.
do you still have the box?
The box?
The box.
Wait a minute. Dear, did we still have the box?
Which box? There's been a lot of boxes.
The one that sucks magical energy from people.
Yes, you still have that box.
The no, the other one.
Box of transmutation.
Yes,
The
that
box
one.
of transmutation. Yes.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Isn't it just?
but wouldn't she have to be able to touch it?
Well, what if we touched it to one of them?
I was thinking her. One of them might be a test.
I'm of two minds on this. If we want to experiment with it by touching it to one of the crew, my first thought is to touch it to the lieutenant. That way, if something goes horribly wrong, I won't feel bad. On the other hand, if he's the only one who is awake, he will definitely blame us and attack us. So he's not also an ideal choice if it succeeds. Thoughts?
Let's go to our hold first. See what's
Does it
Very
absorb
well.
all magical energy, or only that of a spellcaster?
Unknown.
Yeah.
I
don't
s-
know.
The bee sees the box, then. I do not do anything that is magic.
Yes, Drift would be a safe choice. Well, I should say it would be safe for him. No,
I
ma'am, that
thi-
was his mistress. Stop.
I fail to see the logic. Giving it to Dreft would mean what? What would it prove? He's not stone, so we don't know that it would remove. If one of us were to cast an effect on him and then hand him the box, perhaps it would be a valuable experiment.
Well, if we are going to touch it to one of the statues to see if it takes the magic off of it, Drift would be the safe choice to have hold it. If I were
It-
to touch it, it would drain the magic from me.
That is true.
Don't worry, I'll give you the box right back.
I'm not worried about that. I was thinking along a different line. I was thinking about proof of concept. I take the box out carefully without actually touching it and hand the wrapped cloth-covered parcel of it to Dreft.
And then I
All right.
teleport away, go back to the Wrecking Corp. No, I'm kidding. Ah,
the long con.
would have been so good. That would have been a moment. Anyway, I have the box transmutation, right?
Yep.
I walk over to Skimmy. How is Skimmy standing?
He's like hands up as if fixing to say something, but not like exclaiming in surprise or anything. Just normal.
Okay. So he has open hands, basically.
Yes.
Cool. I take one handle of the box and I put it into his hand, and I hold on to the other handle of the box to try and stabilize it in there.
You see a blue glow appear on the box. The statue that is Skimmy falls to 1,000 pieces. And you hear ta-tink, ta-tink, ta-tink as a small vial of Hytherium drops to the floor.
Can I very quickly slide a hand, pick up that vial of Hytherium?
Yes.
Oh,
Siri does not know what Hytherium is.
um,
A
When you mean-
13.
Shattered to pieces. As in there's no Skimmy. Skimmy is now a bunch of stone pieces on the floor. Correct.
I mean, with some super glue, you might be able to put him back together.
Sarek's not a puzzle solver.
So
Unfortunate. Ooh.
But it might destroy her.
It might.
Then I suppose it is to downstairs.
Yes, shall we?
Who's the Risenator?
To the rise.
Draft, are you okay with her destruction? She was one of your people, yes?
Yeah, I don't know who she is.
Very well.
All right, so you take the Risenator to the hold. Please mark a short rest on your character sheets because it takes about 45 minutes for the Risenator to get you down. The Risenators go very slow. You will find that the maintenance crew that was repairing your ship, they are also Obsidian, but the ship is repaired.
What's that about this?
That was much quicker than anticipated.
Hmm.
I have
Who's
a
a
strange
hold?
question. If we hold the box to her and she does not shatter but is freed instead, is it wise to have her here?
No. But let's investigate the hold first, then make plans.
That is fair.
No, but if she does appear, maybe I can talk to her. To the hold!
Your tongue is a strange one. I would like to learn it.
What is the language of the Shadow Realm? Of
Yes,
Anglemore? Perhaps I can teach you. We shall exchange languages.
that would be acceptable.
All right, do you travel to the hold?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You will find Locke, give me a perception check.
Well, that's much better. 13 plus 4, 17.
You will find that the doorways is secured as you had left it.
And it appears as I left it.
So,
Unsecured and keep moving. Yes. Sarek, push it through the door. We unsecure the door and keep moving. If it fights too much, he's got a 20 strength and
Pushing through the doorway, you find yourself no longer standing on a ship, but in a throne room. Gray tile beneath your feet. Large clawed braziers burning brightly. A wrought iron throne. And a crypt made of blackened stone, almost obsidian. Sitting on the throne, a beautiful elven-looking woman with long blonde hair and striking blue eyes. She raises a hand to you, a single finger extending. And I need everybody to roll initiative, and I'll be giving you all an owlbear rodeo.
You're a bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for those of you in the audience, he promised he wouldn't need owlbear tonight because we weren't going to get into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't promise.
He didn't promise. He said he hoped.
I did say I hoped. Alrighty. We will start with Brika.
Hold on just a second. I'm still trying to get stuff pulled up. That's a 13.
All right. Drift, my good man.
22.
Laz?
11.
Nan?
17.
And Sarek.
7.
Oh
Alistar
my.
Tank always has the lowest initiative.
Because Dex was my dump stat.
All right. That will bring up Drift. I need a perception check before anything else transpires.
Perception check before anything else transpires. 27.
I need everyone but Drift to please earmuff. Drift. You stand in a familiar place. It looks almost exactly like the throne room from your homeland. Almost. The woman sitting in the throne looks almost like Gangriella. Almost.
Okay. Okay. Almost, though.
I'm good to bring
Almost.
people back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, Draft, you're up.
Dreft is going to ready his crossbow and is going to call out in Infernal, "Are you she?"
I am your damnation. The reply comes.
With that, he is going to let loose his crossbow.
All right, go ahead and make attack roll.
Dun, 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 dun. He gets advantage because she hasn't actioned yet. So with the advantage, that'll be a 23 with advantage.
That hits.
Okay. So it'll deal 12 piercing plus an additional 15 sneak attack.
27 points of damage. The arrow flying, lodging into the shoulder. You can almost hear bone cracking and breaking as it does. Is that your turn?
No, he's going to use his movement to go 20 feet back and 10 feet to the left, positioning himself behind the crypt,
Okay.
taking cover, basically.
All righty.
And that is Drift's turn.
All right. That will bring up Nan, or in this case, Esmina.
Helps if I unmute. Sorry about that. Hearing Dreft speak with this person and then seeing him fire upon them, Esmina is going to take that as a yes, we're doing this. Throw up her hands and cast Scorching Ray.
All right. Is that a saving throw or an attack roll?
That is an attack roll.
All righty.
19 plus 7, so 26.
26 will hit.
All right. I have to make one. I almost forgot. I have to make a roll for each ray. Do you want me to roll all 3 rays and then just roll all the damage together?
Yes, please, if you would. That'll make it easier.
Roll the other 2. One of them is a natural 20, and the other one's another 19, so that's another 26.
Okay, so let's do the natural 20 first.
All right, so we'll do the crit first. And let's see, it's 2d6 normally, so
That's
4
12
and you want me to?
plus 2d6.
Sorry, that's going to be another 7.
So 19 plus whatever modifier.
There's no modifier,
Okay.
so just 19 for that one.
All right.
All right, and the other 2 each hit. So it's 3 points from one of them and 8 points from the other.
All right. Is that Nan's turn?
That is Esmina's turn, yes.
All right. Brika.
Okay. We're gonna do a second level Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
Will a 24 hit?
24 does hit.
Okay.
And firmly, I might add.
Well, she's irate. There's a steady stream of curse words coming out of her mouth along the tunes of "I'm sick and tired of this bitch."
And for the record, this will be the last time that I don't give you the owlbear ahead of time. So
you're fine. I was just letting them know, like, give me a second. So this is going to be for lightning damage, and that is going to be 13, 17, 18 points of lightning damage.
all right. That will bring up. Is that your turn? I'm sorry.
Yes. Yep.
That will bring up Laz with Sarek on deck.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to do a measure, and I had the grabby hand tool, and I moved the bad guy. That wasn't what I meant to do at all. All right. So
You and your grabby hands.
grab hands. All right. So, things I'm going to do in order. Object interaction. I equip my shield.
Okay.
Action. I summon my pact weapon. My sword appears in my hand. Bonus action. Hexblade's curse on the bitch.
Okay.
And then I will take some movement. Now I need the...
Would like to give a special shout out to InSketch. They are the artists that created the beautiful character tokens, the character artwork that you see here in Albo Rodeo Plus on our break screens. Their Twitter handle is on the screen because I can't remember if it's in sketch one word or in underscore sketched. But go check them out. Let them know that we sent you. They do amazing art.
Mm-hmm. That's my turn. I'm good.
All right, that'll bring up Sarek.
Sarek will draw his blade, Arabane's patience, let out a roar, move over to about here, which is within 30 feet, putting him about 10 foot away from her.
Okay, so you move up and to the right, 10 foot away from the
And then he's
stranger.
going to point Arabane's patience at her and cast Code of Cold.
Oh, shit. I forgot I'd given you that.
He is not playing today. DC 14 con save for half.
Rolled a natural 14.
Ooh.
Love these dice.
10, 14. 21, 25, 2 more, 28. 34 and half would be 17. Cold damage.
All right. Is
And
that
will
your
be his
turn?
turn.
All right. The woman's finger will follow you as the cold blasts through them, their form shimmering slightly as the cold appears to do beyond its normal amount of damage. Hold on, my browser crashed. I gotta bring my enemy back up. I need, as a sickening green ray explodes from the fingers, I need Sarek to make a Constitution saving throw.
Counterspell.
Okay. Roll a d20. You need a 17 or higher.
And it's a level 3 counterspell. Don't fail me now. That is a natural 19.
The sickening ray almost slams into you, doing 78 plus 30 points of damage. It is negated as Brika casts Counterspell. Curses. Actually, no, good job. Quick thinking. And that will bring us back up to Dreft.
Sarek's doing a little happy dance. I'm alive!
Dreft is going to move to his left, getting to the other corner of the crypt, tomb's centerpiece, whatever, and is going to take another shot with his crossbow.
All right, go ahead and make that attack roll, please.
Da-da-da. 23.
23 will hit.
And 6 piercing damage.
All right, 6 piercing.
As a bonus action, I would like to try and hide.
Give me a stealth check, please.
$24.
All right.
And that is Dreft's turn.
All right, that will bring up Esmina.
Here, I have a quick question.
And I hopefully have an answer.
With the tome Nan was given, it gave her a couple of wizard spells she could use. Does she have to be holding the tome to use those?
No, she does not. It just has to be on her person.
It would be in her bag. Is
That would be on her person.
All right. Nan is going, or Esmina is going to look at Brika. Do you trust me?
Yeah.
She's going to lean over and touch Brika and cast Dragon's Breath. For the next minute, so long as Nan maintains concentration, Brika has, until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type. I'm going to give her cold. It creates a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area has to make a dex saving throw or take 3d6 damage on a fail or half on a save.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn. Brika has Dragon's
All
Breath.
right. All right, Brika.
Haha. Alrighty then. Hold on just a sec. I am going to move myself basically kind of in front of Nan and within where I need to be. Yep. Okay. So right about there. So I'm in front of Nan. I'm kind of in between Nan and statue woman who's no longer a statue. And I guess we'll use the Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, one more time, Ren, what the...
It's a dex save.
Okay.
Does it say what the DC is, Nan?
It does not specify what the DC is on it.
So would it be... A lot of times, would it be my spell? My spell DC is 15.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
Haha!
Well, there you go. So 3d6.
Okay. Of cold damage.
Yes.
That is 16 points cold damage.
All right. They look pretty messed up. All right. That will bring up Laz.
All right, cool. So Laz is gonna peek out from behind the brazier, and take their sword and point it at a spot just sort of behind and to the right of the throne. This spot that I have marked with a little blue dot up here.
That's the left, but okay.
It's to the throne's right. I said the right of the throne, not to my
Okay.
left.
Okay. Okay.
I was doing stage direction. And I cast Hunger of Hadar centered on that point.
Okay.
There's a 20-foot radius.
And what does Hunger of Hadar do?
You open a gateway to the dark between the stars, a region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears centered on a point within range and lasts for the duration. This void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and this area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as, and I quote, milky otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
Okay. So what saving throw do you need?
Oh, none yet. It's when you
Okay.
start your turn, and they don't get one unless they end their turn there. They just take cold damage as long as they start their turn in that spot.
All right. Is that your turn?
Do I have a bonus action after that? I don't think I do. Nope, I'm good. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. That'll bring up Sarah.
Seeing the weird, tentacly darkness kind of half engulf her, he's going to step up to the edge here, within 5 feet of her, but outside the line. Thank you very much. And swing twice with Arabane's patience with Fighting Spirit for advantage.
Okay.
27 to hit.
27 hits.
Want we roll the second one or roll the damage?
Roll the damage.
14 points of damage. Slashing.
All right.
Second one. 28 to hit.
That hits.
That's only 10 points of damage. Those dice are going around the corner. And that will be his turn.
And that will bring them up. How much cold damage do they take, Les?
2d6 for 6 points of cold.
You will see them scream in agony and pain. Their face twist into tormented, macabre art as their skin rips away, revealing once more the obsidian statue that was in your hold. The hold once more itself. You are surrounded by crates and things gathered here, stored here. You hear talking, shouting of commands, the maintenance crew laughing as they begin packing up their gear. And this is where we're going to take our last break.
Oh, you bastard.
We'll be back in 10 minutes, so just hang loose. We're going to get our Snickety Snacks as our beverages of choice. We'll be back, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out while we got our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and handled our things. Before we went on break, the party had encountered that everyone aboard the ship that they are currently on had been turned to obsidian. Traveling down to the hold, they found themselves transported to a throne room of sorts where they encountered a lady from their vision, the lady that's trapped in the obsidian. A quick combat that was supposed to last much longer, so now I'm scrambling. Returned everything back to normal. Or so it seems. As normal as can be in the land of Fae.
Oh, well, so what do we do now? Do we touch the box to the statue?
I'd like to destroy the statue as quickly as possible.
Anyone have a hammer? Preferably a large one.
No, just a box.
Very
And
well.
I would like to be the one that touches this box to the statue, please.
Esmina will take
yes.
a big step back.
He will help you unravel the box from the crate we put it in, and then step.
So, holding the box of transmutation with one hand and trying to put the other handle of the box to the statue.
Roll a D100.
A 19.
There's a soft glow blue from the box. Then you will hear the sound of cracking. Not of stone falling apart, but of joining together around the box. Quickly, it starts going up your fingertips. Quickly.
I pull the box away from the statue.
The box is stuck. It is part of the statue.
I pull my hand away from the box.
Pulling your hand away from the box. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
$14.
The obsidian that was formed around your fingers will fall off to the floor. You met the DC exactly. 14.
Well, at least we know the box is safe. Yeah.
Draft, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of a bingo?
Mm.
I think we just found it. What you just did, that's the opposite of a bingo, I think.
Mm-hmm. Brika's just staring at the statue, and she is just... She's basically, breathing heavy. It's like, she's just, she's pissed. She's tired of this thing.
Sarek turns on his heel, goes back upstairs to work crew and says, "Do you have a large sledgehammer I can borrow?"
You turn on your heel, walk back up the steps. They do not respond.
He'll go check on them.
They are packing up their gear.
He taps one on the shoulder.
Your hand passes through them.
Oh. That's not... He will run back downstairs to the hold and say, "We have a problem."
I
Okay.
think that we have many right now.
Um,
What is the new one?
I just tried to tap one of the workers on the shoulder, and my hand went right through them.
Oh, you should try to be more gentle.
No, as in phase, not through them. Normal.
Oh. That
And they did not respond to my call.
You will hear a knock. Ahoy! The door to the hold opening. Two uniformed individuals stepping through. Ahoy! Your Highness! Entourage! Are you here?
Yeah, we're here.
Couldn't have just bloody disappeared. The wards wouldn't let him teleport. I don't know, it's a bloody scary thing. It's like them stories in the Penny Dreadfuls. And they will turn and leave.
Tier, as they're turning to leave, how far away are they?
About 30 feet.
Cool. As they're turning, right behind them on the stairs, I make a silent image of me
Nothing happens.
right in front of them. Nope.
You see the image, they apparently don't. They keep walking.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Hold on a second. Brika's gonna follow behind them to get at least 30, where she's within 30 feet of them, and she's going to attempt telepathic speech.
Okay, what will you say?
We're here. We're not sure why you can't see us.
I need to check something. That's a feature or a trait, correct?
Yes. And it just says, I choose one creature within 30 feet. You and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other while you're within 4 miles of each other. The telepathic connection lasts for 7 minutes.
Doesn't seem as if they hear you, they keep going.
What the fuck now? They didn't even hear it when I tried to speak with them telepathically.
Tier, when I open the doors, can I actually physically affect something? I'm going to push a box over.
Right
Man.
through it.
Oh, son of a... you muted, Locke.
I cast Prestidigitation and attempt to slam the door of the hold shut.
Nothing happens.
Here. Could I make an Arcana check to see if this is something to do with possibly being torn between two realms?
Sure.
$19.
It's possible. You've heard stories, being from another realm that uses gateways to travel. You've heard times where those gateways went awry, were affected by some kind of wild magic, and people were stuck in between the realms.
Well, everyone, seems that with my attempt of the box, it's very possible that I could have accidentally torn us between two planes. You see, it's like imagine there's a plane in between the two planes, and that's the plane that you walk down. Like it's a hallway between two doorways, and you've closed both of the doorways, but both doorways can only be opened from the other side, and so you're stuck in the hallway until someone opens the doorway.
Brilliant. What a great idea. We're on a ship that can pass between material space and the astral sea. Perhaps even in this state, we could somehow use the spelljamming helm to bridge the gap. And Laz turns on their heel and heads for the helm.
Okay.
Well, that's good for him, but what about the rest of us?
Draft,
Hmm.
can I have my sword?
Yeah, it's a great sword that I've been keeping in my pack for as long as I can remember at that point. Yeah, of course. You can have your sword back anytime you want.
Thank you.
Remove from inventory.
He will take said great sword +1 because he's not going to ruin Arabane's patience doing this. Do the lumberjack pose of spit on his hands, rubbing together, grab two hands, walk up to the statue, and just start hammering on him with that sword.
Make an attack roll.
Minus 2. 26.
Okay. Roll damage.
Mm-hmm. 14.
All right. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Uh, 23. Or 22, sorry.
Where you slammed into this thing, you see obsidian form on your blade, but the withdrawal is so quick that it falls away.
How unfortunate.
How unfortunate indeed, my friend. You will hear a voice from behind you.
Do we all hear the voice or just Sarah?
Yes, you all hear the voice. Except for Laz, because Laz left the room.
Eric will spin.
You will see a man, slender, almost macabre in their slenderness, 9 foot tall, long appendages, wearing black ruffled trousers, a white silk shirt, a black waistcoat, and a black top hat. They have long, stringy hair looking like a mixture of wet hair and seaweed. A long, full beard that's braided into 4 different braids with bits of stone and glass and bone in each braid. Their skin ebony, their eyes beautifully rich brown, almost soulful eyes, almost. They will tip their hat. How do you do? I am Roscoe.
Well, Roscoe, it would appear that we are having a bit of a situation.
Oh, it would appear indeed. But old Roscoe can help.
Paging Laz to the cargo hold, please. We have a situation. Or the Wispinator.
But I was almost to the... Oh, all right. I turn and start heading back down.
Roscoe, if you please, could you tell us who you are and what you do?
I'm the ferryman. I guide souls from here to there.
From which here to which there?
From life unto death.
Oh, there might be some confusion. These souls are not dead.
You're in my world. That means you're not alive.
No, I am quite proficient in medicine. Last I checked, they are not dead.
Well, then that puts you in a bad predicament.
Could you explain more?
Only the dead can pass from here to there, or from there to here.
How do we get back to where we were?
That's what I'm saying. You have to be dead.
Hmm.
That
Maybe
would,
she knows.
that would cause a bigger situation.
She
I can-
knew.
Take you to see the Oracle. She's
Oracle or the Divine.
the Oracle.
He's gonna thumb point over his shoulder at the statue. And what about this one?
Oh, that's bad juju there. We stay away from that.
Is there anything we can do about that?
Stay away from it, says Roscoe.
Hmm. Do you know what it is?
Bad, bad, bad. Anyway, I will take you to see the Oracle. She knows all, she sees all, she is all. She might be inclined to acquiesce your request and help you find a way out of this mess.
That would be agreeable. We do not wish to be dead. As I said, that would cause a bigger situation.
Have I gotten back to hear any of this?
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
We make you very, very busy.
Point of order. I've been dead. This is not that.
Like I said, if you're not dead, that's a problem. But
Oh,
she'll
I'm
know
not,
what to do.
I'm not suggesting I'm alive. Just not dead. It's semantical, really.
Isn't everything?
Fair enough.
How do we get to see the Oracle?
He will reach out in front of him and unzip time and space. The world around you will fall away. You will hear water lapping against wood as you find yourself sitting on a long boat. Roscoe with a pole pulling you across the water. And I know it's been brief, but this is where we're going to end for the night. That combat was supposed to take a lot longer.
So,
I know.
do we tip Roscoe, or is there a way to leave him 5 stars?
Don't forget to rate your Uber driver.
Mhm.
Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. It has been an absolute pleasure to be back. I didn't know if I would be coming back, and this cemented tonight that I will be back. We'll be here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for Bloodlines, the other side of the story of what's going on, a different side of the coin. But until then, let's remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get the hell out of here.
Greetings, gamers. This is Raph the Man. I have been Sarek the Blade, your 6'9" bronze dragonborn who is rather just frustrated with all this anymore. You can find me at BOK Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. I was the voices of Nan and Esme tonight. And you can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and I have played Laz tonight. And you can find me on the social medias at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, Internet. It's good to be back. My name is Patrick, and I played Draft Vitakin. And you can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick.
Hi, yes, it's Ames again. I was the voice of Rika, and you can find me over on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Remember, guys, times get difficult. life gets hard, things get rough, but you don't have to let it control you. Remember to bask in the love and strength of someone that loves you, and then become that place for someone else to rest when they're going through shit. Remember that love and inclusion, these are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.